DOOL spoilers are saying Dimitri is going to make a shocking decision that will leave Leo completely stunned this week. What is he going to do? Let's dive in and figure it out, because things are getting wild, and honestly, I am exhausted just trying to keep up with all these moving parts. So let's talk about Leo Stark and Dimitri von Leuschner, because this dynamic has been toxic from the very beginning. Right now, Leo is basically a prisoner. He is trapped in Alamainia, and it is entirely his own fault, if we are being completely honest. He sacrificed himself so Gwen could get away with Javi Hernandez, which was a noble thing to do, but also a really stupid thing to do, because now he is stuck with a man who is completely obsessed with him. Dimitri just will not let go. He wants Leo to love him again. He is convinced that if he just keeps Leo locked up long enough, those old feelings will magically come back, but that is not how human emotions work. You cannot hold someone hostage and expect them to fall in love with you. It is just toxic. And Leo knows this. And let's just look at the history here. Dimitri and Leo have always been a disaster. Dimitri married Gwen while secretly hooking up with Leo behind her back. It was messy, it was cruel, and it blew up in everyone's faces. But somehow Dimitri walked away from all that thinking Leo was his soulmate, which is just insane. But Dimitri is a von Leuschner. He is Dimera adjacent. He has that same arrogant DNA that makes him think he can just take whatever he wants, or whoever he wants. So he took Leo, he dragged him to this hideout in Alamainia, and he locked the door, hoping that isolation would breed affection. But Leo is not an idiot. He is a survivor. He is sitting there in captivity, just trying to figure out a way out of this mess. He has survived a lot of things in Salem. He has been blackmailed. He has been broke. He has been hated by half the town. But dealing with a desperate villain holding him hostage is a whole different level of crazy. Dimitri is pacing around the room, making demands, begging for affection, and Leo is just exhausted by it all. He realizes that fighting Dimitri with anger is not working. Yelling is not working. Trying to escape physically is not working. So he tries a different tactic. He tries to reason with the guy, which is a massive risk because Dimitri is not exactly a reasonable person right now. But Leo has no other choice. He has to make Dimitri see the reality of the situation. At Alamainia, a captive Leo Stark will advise Dimitri von Leuschner to understand that they are never going to have a real relationship. The trust is gone. The magic is gone. And forcing it is only making things worse. Dimitri cannot force Leo to have the same feelings for him anymore. So Leo is going to push him to just accept that hard truth. And this leads to a massive moment in the weekly promo. A moment that literally gave me chills when I watched it. Leo looks Dimitri right in the eyes. He drops all the sarcasm. He drops the joke. And he delivers this absolutely gut-wrenching line. He says, if you really love me, let me go. Just boom, right to the heart. He is literally begging Dimitri in the promo. And you can see the impact it has on Dimitri's face because it challenges his entire twisted worldview. Dimitri thinks holding on to Leo is an act of love. He thinks he is protecting their bond, but Leo is telling him that true love requires sacrifice. It requires putting the other person's happiness above your own selfish desires. And that is a hard pill to swallow for someone like Dimitri, but it works. The spoilers are telling us that Dimitri is actually going to listen, which is the shocking decision we were talking about earlier. Dimitri is going to surrender. He is going to give up the fight and just let Leo walk away. I honestly did not see this coming. I thought Rafe or Javi would have to bust in there with guns blazing to get Leo out. I thought we were gearing up for a massive shootout in Alamainia. But no, it is going to be a psychological victory for Leo. He uses his words to break through Dimitri's delusions. And Dimitri finally accepts defeat. He realizes that he cannot force Leo to feel something that just is not there anymore. So he opens the door, he lets his hostage go, and think about what this means for Leo. He is finally heading back to Salem. The spoilers confirm he is returning home soon, and his return is going to shake things up big time. Because right now, Javi Hernandez is back in Salem, absolutely losing his mind with worry. Javi just found out that Rafe left Leo behind in Alamainia, and Javi is furious. He confronted Rafe in the Hernandez kitchen and just lost. Javi is ready to fly over there and stage a rescue mission himself, because Javi just realized he is still deeply in love with Leo. He even dumped Gus over it. Gus is heartbroken, but Javi does not care. He only cares about Leo. So when Leo suddenly shows up in Salem, safe and sound, Javi is going to be overwhelmed. We are probably going to get a massive romantic reunion between those two. And I am so here for it. Javi has been pacing the floors, freaking out, thinking the absolute worst. And then Leo is just going to strut back into town, probably making some sarcastic comment about the airline food on the flight back from Alamainia, because that is just who Leo is. He survives a traumatic event and then immediately starts dishing out the sass. But underneath all that sass, I think Leo is going to be really touched that Javi cared so much. It might finally be the start of a healthy relationship for Leo, which he desperately needs after the whole Dimitri nightmare. But we also have to think about Gwen. Gwen is back in Salem, feeling incredibly guilty. She left her best friend behind with a madman. She is dealing with her own mess at the Salem PD. Rafe is breathing down her neck, trying to get her to sign an immunity deal to take down E.J. DiMera. But part of her brain is just constantly worrying about Leo. She has been looking out the window, plotting, trying to figure out a way to save him. So seeing him walk back into town is going to be a huge relief for her. But will Leo forgive her for leaving him? He told her to go. He made the sacrifice. But still, it is a messy situation. Leo is going to have some choice words for everyone when he gets back. So yeah, Leo is coming home. Dimitri is giving up, and Javi is waiting in the wings, ready to scoop Leo up. It is a wild resolution to a storyline that has been dragging out for weeks. I am typing this as fast as I can because the news just dropped and I needed to get my thoughts out. It is clunky. It is messy. I have not even had my coffee yet, but that is the reality of covering Salem drama. You just have to roll with the punches. And Leo Stark definitely knows how to roll with the punches. He is going to strut back into Salem like he owns the place. And honestly, he kind of deserves to after everything he just went through. Let me know what you guys think about Dimitri's decision. Was it out of character? Or was it the only logical way to end this hostage situation?